Hi everyone, it's Charlotte, and in this video we're going to go over entering case notes and expenses. So we've got our folks in, we've got the application in, they've been determined eligible, we have started the IPE, and we've got services going, and now we need to always, not just now, we always need to be keeping up with the expenses and case notes that come in. Rule of thumb with case notes is every time you're doing a big progress stage, I would put a case note around it. If you have interactions, always have a case note around that. Case notes are really great for documenting what's going on. So when you have a question why something is read in the progress report, you can say, well, let's go look at those case notes and see. And plus, we can run the case notes for a whole person. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So there's two ways to add in case notes, and I'm going to show you the kind of the long way first. So the long way is to go into the person you want to do the case note about, and we're just going to keep on with Evan. And I almost remember where they are, and I'm going to put them in edit mode. And once I'm in edit mode, and that's the right click, I'm going to go to sections. And I'm going to do something simple. I'm just going to go to notes. And I'm going to go in here. I'm going to right click and push new. I'm going to backdate a little bit. So I'm going to say 12/20/2023. I had an office visit. It was for 60 minutes. And it was just a general, and then maybe needed advice. This is really where you're the expert of what you're going to fill in. Maybe they drop something off and you want to make an attachment. You can make an attachment. Let's just see. I think I have something here. I don't think it's going to like that. Here we go. And then we can just go ahead and submit. And once it goes up into this white area up here, I like to say it's cement. And you'll see that a lot in the software, that you'll do the work down here and then it'll stay up here. So I'm going to go ahead and add just another one. Let's do another one. Then on 12/20/21/2023, it was maybe a quick follow-up. It was maybe a phone call. See, do I have telephone? I do. And it was just for 5 minutes, and it was to follow up and just let them know I received the paperwork and we are ready to start the next step, whatever that is. And I think paperwork is all one word. All right. And then again, tab, tab, tab. If someone, and then you can just go ahead and push submit. All right. And this says who, IMZ to support. So that is who it's saying is doing this. All right. So pretty simple. I can also go to sections, and let's say I have some expenses for this person. It feels a lot like the same. You're going to do new. We're going to put the date when the expense happened, especially on checks and stuff. There's usually a number right there. We are going to say it is a check, and it was for $25. And the check number, it'll be right there in your paperwork. And we can say it was for books, and we'll say school. It's for school books. Whoops. And tab, 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 and submit. And it's going to put that $25 up there. Now there's some other things that happen, and every VR is a little different. We're going to say on 10/21, the main office gave us a purchase order for $50, and the PO number was 256, and the expense was going to be transportation. Let me get to transportation. And we're just going to say flat tire, and we're going to go ahead and submit it. So a few things happen when you create a PO, or you say you have a PO. So you have your total expenditures of what you actually spent money on, which was this $25, and then you have this account encumbered, money that is kind of saved aside for this person. Anytime you use that PO number, it sets it aside. So how do we get it out of this encumbered amount into the total amount? I'm going to show you right here. So we're going to say the very next day, we have the expense, and it's a check, and it's for that $50, and it's this check number. But now we get to say what PO is it going against. We're going to say it's going against this PO. And if you have a bunch of POs, you can imagine there's a whole list. We're going to go back down to transportation, and same thing, flat tire, or fix flat, tab. And if maybe you have a receipt here, you can make an attachment of a receipt. There's more information. You can really fill this out to your heart's content. We're going to go ahead and submit. And now it's going to say, listen, you did spend $75, and there's nothing waiting. There's nothing waiting for this person. So with the software, and once you get somebody past application, you will have to put an expense in to close them, even if you're closing them unsuccessfully. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So if you have somebody and you did not have any expenses with them, you can come through here. It's kind of like tricking the software. You can go petty cash, enter the amount, which is 0 because you didn't spend any money, and I think we just do all expenses, and this is no expense. Oh, no, it'd be nice if I spelled it correctly. No expense, tab, 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 submit, and it will put it up in here as an entry. And so when you do close out, it's not going to key you, or it's not going to say, hey, did you put an expense in here? We can't do that right now. All right, so I'm going to return back to, so once we're done here, like I said, anything that's in here is submit. So I can go home, and I can go cancel to home. And now I'm going to show you the two quick ways to do that. So let's say you have a stack of expenses